Hello and welcome to Cloud Monday. Today is part 2 with Matterfall. I'm streaming this from the PlayStation Plus premium cloud streaming service, and I'm playing this on my launch model Japanese PS4. One of the reasons why I want to test this game was because all the particles on screen, there's just so many. I wanted to see if the bit rate or the frame rate or what would happen to the stream, and it works really well. So I'm actually going to go back to 1-2 because I want to get that final person in the middle. In part 1 there was the occasional stream tear, and that's when we get grey on the screen, and the occasional macro blocking where we get kind of squares of colour instead of fine detail. But for the most part, in part 1, it was fine streaming this game. It was better than I expected. This initial load was a little long, but when it came to retrying after dying, it was also quite quick loading that. So I just need to practice. R1 jump, okay. Yeah, it's gonna take a little while to get used to all these controls. So there's the first one with the human inside. Whoa. I thought I was a bit safer than that. Oh, do you see that little hiccup then? But yeah, for the most part it was fine. So part 2 for this game especially is just going to be kind of what's the average performance like. Another thing that makes this game quite a good one to stream is that there are frequent checkpoints. Well, my health doesn't look like it, does it? So yeah, there are frequent checkpoints in this, so when the PlayStation Plus service gives you the 20-30 second warning, there's enough time. Oh, health, I want that. Oh, come on. Why won't it? There we go. Often they follow me, so I was a little surprised that one didn't. Ah, there's checkpoint. So the checkpoints, it saves, which is, whoops, again what you want when you got 30-20 second warning before you get kicked off the service. The less information you lose when you are kicked off, the better. So a game like this with frequent checkpoints,
multiplier lost.
where it's not too precious about forcing you to do mechanics, it'd rather you play. It's a good fit.
Multiplier up.
Whoa.
Overcharge.
Now I got the super ready. This is the super move, and it holds up really well even in this situation. There's a little hiccup there. But again, we're kind of looking for the hiccup, we're looking for the mistake. If you're casually playing, something like that isn't a big deal. Now where would the humans be? Ah, bonus points, always a bonus.
Multiplier down.
Double check, no, there's nothing over there. Okay.
Multiplier down. Overcharge
That
ready.
stuff. And what's also good about this game is that there is stuff happening in the background. Background isn't static. Sometimes when the backgrounds are static, that's where you can also get macro blocking, or that's when the bitrate can drop. But with the backgrounds being so dynamic, there's always something happening, and the game's very good at...
Multiplier
jump.
lost.
Here's the one I missed last time. I couldn't remember how to destroy the crystal. Okay. And I said last video that surely saving these people, I should be getting like rewards. Like maybe one of these people I save is a scientist. The scientist can upgrade my abilities. Look at that. How am I meant to deal with this? Look at all that. It's impressive visually. It's just that even in part 1, only after doing a couple levels, I was starting to wonder about the gameplay. I wouldn't say I had problems with the gameplay, it just felt kinda, is that it? Is that all there was?
Multiplier up. Multiplier lost.
Ah, nuts. I thought I was safe there. Like, one of the weird things for me is how inaccurate our weapon is. It's like no lock on, no assist in the aiming,
Multiplier up.
so it just feels surprisingly less accurate than you expect it to be. It's not a huge problem, it's just, it just feels a little off.
Multiplier lost.
Nuts. Yeah, so those can block. What's kind of nice, also a little strange for me, is how much I've remembered from the first part. This isn't like one day or same day after, it's nearly a whole week since I last played this game. But it's nice how much is remembered. Now, if I hit that, I can't go anywhere else. So I just wanted to double check. Even though that door had a red light on it, I still wanted to check. Come on, there we go.
Multiplier up.
Look at all these particles on screen. And it's doing a jolly good job at it.
Multiplier overcharge ready.
What I would expect to happen would be either a resolution drop from 1080 to maybe 900 or even 720, or bitrate drop. Actually, let's double check, because I think that's going to teleport us. Okay. Yeah, and only very, very occasionally do we hit something that looked like a bitrate drop. With all this teleport technology, the story of this game gets a little bit ridiculous. Our job is to defeat this red crystal. It's an alien energy.
Multiplier up.
And the people of the city, they're evacuating. But we're saving people, and they're...
Multiplier up.
Well, sorry for the little break there. My potato for computer decided to
Multiplier up.
crash. And reload in Audacity that I was recording into. It crashed Audacity the second time round. That's very weird, I've never seen it like that. So I'm not entirely sure where in the commentary I was up to. Even, oh, famous last words. I was about to say that even when it was paused just then, that the stream held up really well. So that's our first hiccup. Not a big one. We are still looking for the final human.
Multiplier up.
I think it's not too far from here. Whoa. Stay down there, spider. There we go. I remember in the last video
Multiplier
that you
down.
can't look down. I think platformers, when you hold the down button, you can't do that in this game. And there are just some situations where I think it would have been really useful. Gotcha. Ah, that grey streak, that's a stream tear. Better to think of it as missing information. There we go, that's the last one. So if this is a 60 frames per second game, think of that streak as like one or even half a frame of data missing.
Multiplier up.
It's just a shame that it's so obvious. It doesn't hide it very well because it's just grey. So in some games it sticks out quite a lot. Alright, so I just want to get to the end now because I've got all the civilians. I keep forgetting about I've got this other weapon. The sort of bomb.
Multiplier down.
Oh, get the health. There we go.
Multiplier down. Multiplier down.
There we go. Interact. Make that move up.
Multiplier up. Multiplier down.
It's difficult to see when they're powered up. When I'm powered up, I've got a nice... I say powered up. When I'm in my sort of shield mode, I have a blue light around me. But of course the enemy's already kind of red. It's difficult to know when they're about to switch to their other attack. Look at all this. And because of our power up, that should last longer now. There are two. Okay. Been hitting circle. I've been hitting the wrong button for that.
Multiplier down. Multiplier lost.
There we go. Stage done. Best score as well, and a gold. I'll take that. A game like this is very much a leaderboard type of game. But as you can see, I'm 1001. Which means the game keeps track of the top 1000. So I need to more than quadruple the score I currently have. And I can't really see that happening. It's difficult to know how to improve your score like that. Wait, did we not do the boss? Okay. So here we go. But this game has a lot of replayability with different levels. I mean, difficulty levels. Different. Each level is playable. Each level is a score hunt. But because this is an old game and the scores are so high, you're kind of only going to be up against your friends. And if they haven't played this, then you're just trying to beat yourself. It's difficult to know how much fun that will be. So whilst this game did have a lot of replayability, it almost feels like you're in it for the story now more than anything else. I got a feeling I can't dodge that. So I went underneath it. Job done. So when are we meant to be able to attack this thing? When it flies over like that? Yeah, so that red square looks awfully like those red things that were doing damage to us earlier. Oops, wrong way. Yep.
Health low.
So I think this is what I'm meant to do, is just get close. Just avoiding all the...
Health low.
or trying to avoid. Okay, even those things. Oh, I can jump over it, of course. That would make sense. Like I try to jump over it. For one, this boss feels tedious. I mean, look how much damage I'm doing to it. And that slow block. Oh, I got a bonus, so I did some damage, and it's now changed its routine. Oh, okay.
Overcharge ready. Overcharge.
Whoa, look at all that on the screen, and it's holding up really well. Now that seems unfunny. It's almost like this boss is meant to go slow.
Overcharge ready. Overcharge.
Boy, nice. Satisfaction. Oh no, got the dreaded warning on the right side there. That's letting me know that my internet connection is apparently not great at the moment. And it's gone. So just a minor hiccup. Come on, get the pack, give me the charge.
Overcharge ready.
There we go. Ooh, get a nice explosion at the end there. That's cool. Whoosh. Okay, give me the health. Ah, facing the wrong way. I did not catch that I was doing that either.
Health low.
Doing it again.
Overcharge ready.
Yeah, that was weird. I didn't really catch that I was facing the wrong way then. So if we're going to restart, are we restarting from the start of the level or from the second phase of the boss fight? We're starting from the beginning of the boss fight, okay. I want to get that. Get these charges for the super. I call it the super, but I honestly don't remember what it's called. But I am remembering to try and use some of my other weapons, like the... well, that thing there. And here comes the second phase of the fight already. I'll pay closer attention to my health now. I don't want this video just to be trying one old level and getting stuck on the boss fight. Oh, I got this tear. Whoa, whoa. That's not fair. I could have sworn I had successfully avoided all that. Yeah, probably used that a little too early. Oh, there we go. I was about to say I didn't get any health back either, but finally got some. Okay. Remember, use it a little later.
Overcharge ready.
Wait for the other stuff to appear. There.
Overcharged.
Nice. And we took no damage. Even better. Yeah, of course get damage there, but never mind. Alright, we're on a new phase of the battle. Something new.
Health low.
Oh boy.
Health low.
Oh, double jump that. Oh, that is not fair. Comes a platforming challenge now. Start of the fight. Oh, it's the start of the fight. Ugh. I wish there was another way we could deal with these red things. Even that doesn't do anything.
Health low.
Oh boy, hell's getting low this time. There we go. Whoa.
Overcharge ready. Overcharge.
Thankfully I picked that up. I just noticed what the background looks like in this mode. It's really cool looking. Well, it seems to be doing a decent job so far.
Health low.
I say that as I then go ahead and lose a lot of health. Oh, I don't have enough.
Overcharge ready.
Okay. New idea. Survive this. Use it all on this guy. Right here. Whoa. Ah, nuts. Here comes the platforming section. Down,
Health low.
up. Are they going to give me health? Same thing as last time. I tried to land on a health, but I get hit by whatever those red things are. Nuts.
Health low.
Yeah, that was my own fault that time. Just trying to push the limits of how many times I could hit it before I ran out of time. So that one's on me. Ooh. Okay. Right, we're already up to the second part of the battle, which is great. Whoa, that's a little unfair. Spawning exactly where I was on the screen. It's about unlucky.
Health low. Overcharge ready.
Oh, I thought I could clear that.
Health low.
Ah, there we go.
Health low. Overcharged.
There we go. I know I could have used it on this boss, but sometimes, well, the time I did use it, it didn't feel like it did much extra. Alright, so key thing now is to survive.
Overcharge ready.
Huh. Got a trophy with chain reaction. I'm not entirely sure what I did to get it, because unfortunately the tutorial for this game is a little lacking. And it's doing something new.
Overcharged. Health low.
Ah,
Health low.
I think that was a little lucky then. Because all these particles, not only from the explosions, but also what's on the floor. And the game's doing a good job. So that aspect of the game design, where it has lots of particles, that's not an issue for cloud streaming. And yes, I have just done the boss and I am so happy. Look at that! That's a hell of an explosion. All these Not a hint of a drop. Still a gold time for the... Now obviously it's not taking into account the retries, that's just that one particular run that did it. Maybe just do this stage. See if there's any different secondary fire or kind of what the aesthetics look like. Or maybe if the difficulty spikes a little bit. Yeah, it looks a little different. Look at the background, there doesn't seem to be a lot of the red matter stuff. And yet here there is. Like that train that just went past. For all that red matter, you would have thought perhaps the trains would be eaten or out of control or falling off the tracks.
Multiplier up. Multiplier
nuts.
lost.
See what me? Well, actually, you may not have heard me. Shooting, your weapon feels so small. The laser thing that you fire out is so small, and with no lock on, half the time it feels like it's more luck than aim.
Overcharge ready.
I feel like this game needs just a little bit of aim assist and to make the bullets a little bit bigger. Up? Yeah, okay, up. Not come across any... whoops. Any secret areas where the humans might be.
Multiplier up.
So another look up top, and that's just like 1,000 points or so bonus if we got it. Ah, speaking of humans. So that's what that is, that blue swarm. It's called a matter bomb.
Multiplier up.
When we sort of slide into them with that blue power, that's like a stun. So it protects us from bullets, but it can also...
Multiplier down.
Oh, I forgot about the super attack. Yeah, but it can also stun the enemies as well.
Multiplier up.
You can only do that through blue material. Okay. Oh, okay, nice different change of scenery. I wonder how many different environments this game will take us to.
Multiplier down. Overcharge multiplier down. Multiplier lost.
Well, we're not going to get into the end stage of the game because this game, sorry, Cloud Monday, it's only 2 parts. So if you've played the game and seen what the other stages are, you can tell me in the comments. Does it keep changing? Does it keep having visual styles, different locations? Or is it more of the same?
Multiplier lost.
Ah, got me. One weird thing is when you get really close to an enemy, sometimes you can't hit them at all.
Health low.
Yeah, I know. That's a big thing then. It's a little weird how you got all these big enemies and it doesn't seem to do much damage to the crops. So we're not sent too far back. I do see a little bit unlucky with the where I'm jumping. It's a shame the game's not smart enough to just move the enemies out of the way from where I'm currently jumping. Because, you know, I jumped there first. I didn't jump to where they were going to be. They spawned where I was going to be.
Multiplier up. Multiplier up. Overcharge ready.
Alright.
Multiplier down.
Like last time. I kind of want a melee move.
Overcharge.
But I don't think I've got one.
Multiplier
Yes,
up.
got both. I didn't know there was two there. So I'm kind of lucky about that. Oh, this is cool.
Multiplier up. Multiplier up. Overcharge ready. Multiplier up. Multiplier up.
Okay, there we go. We've got some more red stuff. Any more up here? Remember, we're still looking for the civilians, so trying to keep an eye out. Oof. One of these. Can't seem to destroy them either. See, nothing really hits them. So I've got to avoid.
Multiplier down.
What do? I fail to avoid, but you get the idea.
Multiplier down.
Dodge all that.
Multiplier down.
Cool, there we go. And thankfully there's a checkpoint right there. The checkpoints in this game are mostly in a smart place. I haven't felt like I've lost a lot of progress when I've died. It's just that area to area sometimes the difficulty feels uneven.
Multiplier down.
Yeah, I can't go around. We're on this plane. Nor can I shoot through this type of floor. It's the wrong colour. The blue ones I can.
Multiplier up. Multiplier down.
Felt like there's a little bit of break up there. Maybe what looked like perhaps a bitrate drop. Didn't feel like a resolution drop.
Multiplier up. Multiplier down. Multiplier lost.
Yeah, I think I'm done with this game. This is getting a little silly now. The levels are getting quite long. Yeah, return the title. I'm fine. I have had enough. I'm not particularly enjoying Matterfall that much. It's just something about it that doesn't quite work for me. So what we're going to do now, we're going to head to the internet speed test and we'll see what I'm working with today. So let's head there now. So in settings, if you go down to network, in network, go down to test internet connection. And for me, my connection is wired. Okay, so the download speed is about the same as it was last time, but the upload's much better. Not the best, sometimes I get like 60-60, but I've already got the nice download. So, but it's better than the first video where the upload was about 9 megabytes per second. So Matterfall, yeah, I kind of recommend it for streaming. The frequent checkpoints work, and the fact that the game's happy for you to retry. So even if you do lose connection and you lose a bit of progress, the game doesn't criticize. I can't think of the word. The game doesn't punish you for dying. The game doesn't punish you if you restart or retry. It's all about level to level, make progress, get the high score, earn new powers and abilities, and that's the key loop here. So if there is a internet issue where you're kicked off, the game won't punish you when you come back. It'll go, hey, this is your last checkpoint, let's continue from here. Or you might want to warm up at a different checkpoint, so you can choose a different stage instead. Graphically, it holds up quite well. It feels like there's occasional bitrate drops, and it does look a little strange, but you can still make out roughly what's happening. The red enemies especially easy to see. It's just some of the other enemies are kind of small, especially your own character's a little kind of small. Sometimes it's difficult for me to see which way I'm facing, or I feel like I've pressed the buttons and it's not quite being represented on screen, like I'm stuck in an animation. But that's more the game's issue rather than streaming, so it's kind of little things like that which make me pause a little bit when it comes to recommending the game. It's like, it's not a strong recommendation, it's a good recommendation. But yeah, that's Matterfall. So the next video will be a new game. So until then, or until I see you checking out some of the other videos, playlists, or YouTube shorts we have, or maybe I'll see you over at Ko-fi. As a small YouTube channel, we get no money from YouTube, but with Ko-fi we can get PayPal donations, and we have a couple of subscription tiers as well. But wherever or whenever I see you again, please take care.